Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance, and I just want to welcome you to creating your personal financial strategy with our team, BShynaz Legacy Leadership Development Program. I just want to tell you thank you for taking the time out to come and hear how we can empower you. So today we're going to talk about what is our intentions for you. What is our intentions for you and your family today? Well, our intentions for you and your family is that we want to help you to learn and understand how to make money. We're going to teach you how to save your money, how to grow your money, and how to protect your money. Now, the first question I want to ask you is, do you have a financial goal? And if you do have a financial goal, we have one for you as well if you didn't. Our goal for you is to help you to show you how to, build a strong financial foundation. It's like building a house, and you should start with a solid financial foundation and build it from the ground up. Now, the way you do so is by learning how to put together protection. You got to plan for three events that happen in your life. You got to plan for if you prematurely die. You got to plan for if you have health problems or if you have disabilities. So these are the three events that we plan for, and we show you what to put in place for them. Like as far as for premature death, we teach you how to put together the right life insurance, the right final expense insurance, the right will and trust to definitely protect your families if you prematurely die. Also, when it comes down to your health problems, it's important for you to know the difference between HMO and PPO health insurance. And when it comes down to disability, it's also important for you to learn the importance of long-term care if you fail to take care of or you can't provide yourself and help yourself with two daily activities like bathing, clothing, feeding, transparenting yourself, or many different things in that manner. That's why it's important for you to definitely have what we call the right protections in place. Now, when it comes down to the next thing we help families with is that we help them with debt management. And it's important for you to learn that there's other ways for you to learn how to manage your debt than for you to just consolidate them and bankrupt them. And that's why we spend the time to teach families how to pay down their debt and build up their credit at the same time. We also teach families about emergency fund and why it's important for families to learn about emergency fund. Now, when it comes to emergency fund, we show you how to put together at least 3 to 6 months of your income to set aside for those unexpected moments. And in order for you to create an emergency fund, it's important for you to learn how to live on a budget. These are things that we're going to teach you as well. And when it comes down to investments, it's important for you to have learned two tolerance. You must know what is your risk tolerance and you must know what is your tax tolerance. We spend a lot of time helping families to learn what kind of investor are they. Are they a moderate growth, an aggressive, or a conservative investor? Or maybe they have different tax tolerance. Are you a taxable type of investor or tax deferred, or are you a tax advantage? How you want to be taxed when you come on your investments in your retirement years? These are things that we help families to learn. Now, the other question that we would love to ask is, do you have a financial plan? And by having a financial plan, and if you don't have one, we have one for you. Our plan for you is to help you and your family become wealthy by using a simple wealth formula. See, money doesn't grow on a tree and you must work for it. We understand that. But if you want to build wealth, there's a simple formula that you can learn, which is the wealth formula, like I mentioned, where it requires money plus time, plus or minus rate of return, minus inflation, minus tax, and that will equals wealth. So in order for you to find the money that you need to start building your wealth, it's important for you to learn how to live on a budget. And that's the reason why we show you how to do that over a period of time with the right kind of interest, and you will be able to beat out inflation and make sure that you have the right type of taxes attached to your money and your investments and savings. That's how we're going to help you to build the wealth that you want and the one that you truly deserve. Now, when it comes down to the fact that do you know your FIN number? And what is your FIN number, you may ask? Well, your FIN number is your final income number. Do you know that? Now, let me give you an example of what a FIN number may sound like. Did you know that the average person starts saving for retirement at the age of 30 years old and wants to retire at the age of 65? Then the average person say that they need about $5,000 as for a monthly income for their retirement. But did you also know that the average person will live until age 85 in the US? Now, why are these numbers important for you to know? Well, it's important for you to know so that way we can help you to put together a FIN number. That's what we're going to help you to do. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to figure out your FIN number. There's three things you must know in your life. You must know what is the now, later, and the end. Now, it's very simple if you understand this. If you're looking at the later is the average retirement age, which is 65. And then the end is the average life expectancy for someone, which is 85 years old. So from 65 to 85, you'll realize that's 20 years you would need some form of income for a comfortable retirement. So in this example, if it is the need of $5,000 per month or $60,000 in annual income at the age of 65, So you multiply the 60,000 by the 20 years in retirement, which will equal $1.2 million that need to be saved up by the age of 65. Now, for you to find out, well, how much should you save from now to later? In this example, the average age that people start to save is at age 30. So from 30 to 65, that is 35 years you need to save for retirement to reach at age 65. So you would need to save, and the way you figure out how to save is to take what you need at 65 in this example, which is $1.2 million, divide that by the amount of years that you have to save, which is 35 years from 30 to 65, and that will equal $34,286 in the annual amount that you need to save. Or for short, $2,857 monthly in order to reach your savings goals for your retirement, also known as your FIN number. So the question that we always love to ask again, do you know your FIN number? But here's another question we love to ask. Do you know how to live on a budget? Now, requiring you to live on a budget, you need to learn how to get rid of all your spreadsheets, get rid of all those fancy things that you're doing, and learn the 50-30-20 formula. Now, this formula pretty much needs two things you must know. You must know what is your monthly net pay and your monthly bill amount. And for example, let's say that you had a monthly net pay of $3,000 and a bill amount of $2,400 on a monthly basis. So to break this down, you must know the rules to the formula. Here's the rules. 50% of your income should go towards your bills. 20% of your income should go towards savings, and 30% of your income should go towards spending. Now, why is this important to know? You also got to know what is the formula for you to find what each money for the bills, the savings, and spending is where you take your net pay and times it by each of those percentage that will equal the money that you need for each event. So let me give you an example. Let's look at the bills box. In the bills box, you will take your net pay times it by 0.50, which equal the bills money. So if you was to fill in the blank, in this example, $3,000 is your net pay. Times that by 0.50, that gives you $1,500. So if you need $2,400 to pay the bills, you only got $1,500, that's not enough. 95% of Americans cannot pay their total bills with 50% of their income. Now, the next thing you have to completely look at is the savings box, where you take your net pay times that by 0.20, that equals savings money. You take that $3,000 again, times that by 0.20, that gives you $600. Now you look at your spending box. You're going to take your net pay times that by 0.30, that equals spending money. Right there and then you realize that you're going to take out $3,000 times it by 0.30, that equals $900. So from everything being on the table, now you have a better example of where the money is. So if you look at it and say, hey, where should this person take this money from? Obviously, it's to take it from their spending and apply that $900 to the bills money, which gives them $2,400. But even with the $600, you then got to break it down again. 10% of that should go towards your retirement, 5% towards your emergency fund, and 5% towards your wants, which is be your monthly budget. It's important for you to learn how to live on a budget. Now, in regards to how we help families, so help them and teach them this is by simply doing two things. We learn how to put together their personal financial strategy, and we take down information on their names, where they're located, and their cell phone and number, or whichever contact they like to use, or their email address. We also find out what is their date of birth, or they're smoker or non-smoker, their children, and their children's date of birth. It helps us to learn what are some of their goals for their retirement, and also for home purchasing or long-term care or retiring their parents in education and vacation and travel. It's important for us to learn these things. Now, in order for us to help our families even more, we learn what's their monthly income. We figure out what is their combined gross amount or their net, and also whatever discretionary income that they make. We also look into what is their monthly expenses. By collecting these data with their combined net and their monthly expenses, we're able to help to put together their budgeting formula as well. Now, when it comes to their assets, we collect and find out what assets do you currently own. We help you to put together the right will and a trust to protect those assets so your family doesn't have to go through what's known as a probate session. Now, when it comes down to find out what liabilities do you have, it's important to have the right kind of protection to make sure that these liabilities doesn't become someone else's burden if, God forbid, something happens to you. We also collect more data on, how much could you afford to set aside on each month to reach your goals. And then we also help you to figure out how much insurance do you truly need when you're owning it. So we figure that out by doing a simple calculation. We calculate all your debt, what is your annual income, times that by 10, the balance on your mortgage, and educational planning for your children. That would tell us your insurable need, not only for yourself, but also for your spouse. And then we book a follow-up appointment to review the numbers and come up with solutions and strategies for you to win this money game. So if you're wondering what solutions do we have to offer, if you still didn't get what we do yet, well, we can help you in all kinds of departments. We can help you with protection, savings and investment, debt management, estate preservation, education, and retirement. Let me share with you some more. The fact that we actually work with over 70 plus different financial companies in the entire industry. We have a wide variety of solutions that we can offer to you. We can offer protection on your life, health, final expenses, personal, commercial, home, and auto. We can also help you with saving and investments when it comes down to with your mutual funds, active managements, ETFs, and variable contracts, many like annuities and so on. We also can help you with debt management, where we teach you how to reduce your debt faster and build a good saving habits. We also show you how about estate preservation and planning your legacy with a will and a trust and other legal documents like even a power of attorney. We also talk about education planning and saving, college coaching program on our 529. We're also going to help you with retirement, on different IRAs or our 401ks, annuities, pensions, and profit sharing plans and simple IRAs. So the right solution with the right education is how we help families and empower them. We educate you first so that way you can know what is the best choice for you. You see, guys, what it all comes down to is this very last question. Are you ready for a financial checkup and review? Would you like to learn how to create your financial foundation and learn how to use our simply put together wealth formula? Guys, at this moment, you have a choice to make. If you would love to sit down with one of us, please reach out to us at 973-873-5977, or you can shoot us an email at BShynazLegacyMovement@gmail.com. Once again, guys, remember that you are one decision away from changing your future for the better. But remember, the choice is always yours. My name is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance, and it was a pleasure to be your educator for today. Call us now and let's change your future together. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye-bye.